skipping, because while telling about a boot processing, there is a word is there, like NBR GPT word is there. So for that one, I have to explain, but it is a good information, of course. Boot processing. What is a boot processing? You press the power button of your PC or laptop. So morning I came to office, right? So I'll reach office and press the power button, right? Open the laptop, press the power button. And after 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, I can start using my system. I will open Microsoft Teams first, then I will open Google Chrome, WhatsApp, and Microsoft Edge. So why Microsoft Edge? For attendance sheets and Google Chrome, all our data is in the Google Chrome only. Okay, so this is right. So what happens once I press the power button till I can able to use my system, till I can use my system, right? So what is happen in your system, in your computer, the step-by-step process is called a boot processing. The step-by-step process, what is happening in your system from the pressing the power button till user can able to use the system. Okay, so that is boot processing. So here it is direct. Direct steps are there, guys? There is two parts of boot processing. First part I will tell how boot processing happens and what are the issues we can able to take. Okay, both I don't mix it, because first you should know what is boot processing. Before I start, I will tell about a file system, because without a file system, nothing will work. So, small introduction to file system. That is, we missed in my PPT, the things are in a random order, so that's why I did it like this. Is a file system. What is a file system, guys? First of all, what is file system? File system will define how to store data. File system will tell us how to store data. System tells how to store, not how to store, it's how to arrange in the device, storage device. Okay. So generally in our Windows operating system, we use FAT or a NTFS. Currently we are using NTFS only. FAT file system we are not generally we are using in a Windows systems, but in a FAT file system and NTFS, two file systems. There is a different FAT versions are there, guys. FAT 12, okay, or FAT or FAT 12. These file systems support a maximum 4 GB partition size, and FAT 32 support up to 32 GB single partition size. FAT file allocation table. NTFS, new technology file system. NTFS, we can store up to 2 terabyte and more than 2 terabyte also. More than 2 terabyte also is exactly say current up to current version it is 18 EB. 18 EB currently available file system it is 18 EB, originally 18 EB. Okay. Of course, why it is up to 2 terabyte because of it is at time of XP time, but later it is more than 2 terabyte. Support more than 2 terabyte. Okay. NTFS having a certain features. Security feature, encryption feature, compression feature, disk quota feature. Okay. Disk quota feature and indexing feature. Security means you have a file and you created a file, but in your system you have different user. If someone is trying to access your file, you can restrict it. Like you can allow them to read the file or allow them to write on the file or deny reading the file or writing the file. Okay, you can allow or deny read or write on the files, directories, services like a printer kind of stuff. So you can create a ACL, access control list kind of stuff using security. Security is not belongs to virus or antivirus. Security is belongs to the accessing permissions to a user or a group. Security is a giving an access permissions or allow or deny permissions to the a user or a group. Next one is encryption, guys. It will encrypt your data. Encryption encrypts your data, so data is encrypted. What is data is encrypted? Normal data is look like this one. Encrypted data looks differently. So without a encryption key, without a there is a certificate key, user cannot access the data. Data is encrypted. Compression, you can compress the data so then you can save the disk space. You can compress the data so then we can save the disk space. Next one is disk quota or quota is, for example, there is a 1 terabyte of disk space is there. So multiple users are accessing that 1 terabyte of disk. So what happened? So one guy is downloading all books from the internet and storing. Another guy is downloading movies and music files. Another guy is downloading only documents, company documents, organization related. So what we have to do, we are creating quota. So for one user or all users or for one user, for each user, I want to give only 2 terabyte. Okay, for a particular user, only, sorry, it is 1 terabyte of disk, right? I'm giving only 20 GB for one user. Another user required more space because he's working related documents are there. So then I will give him a 200 GB. Another guy I will give only 50 GB. Like that, we can restrict accessing the disk space. What is a disk quota? We can restrict accessing disk space. That is a disk quota. We can give the quota to a user, so the user will get a specific space only. Okay, not entire disk. It is not a restriction. It is also allocation. Means if I am getting 20 GB, so definitely I will get a 20 GB. Go to your Google Drive. It is showing 15 GB. Your user is getting 15 GB. Okay. So can use 15 GB, up to 15 GB you can use it. No one will occupy your space. Okay. Indexing. Indexing means when you are searching for a files, to easy to get result, such you will get it by indexing the data. It will index your data. It will create a metadata based on the extensions or a data names or content of the data. You can data, there is a metadata is created when you are searching for in data in your system using a search button or maybe in a Explorer, then you can easily get information. Okay, this is the NTFS features. Next one is exFAT. What is the exFAT? Guys, we have a FAT file system. Earlier memory cards, pen drives uses this FAT file system. FAT file system is kind of a universal file system only. It is a kind of universal, like a multiple device support is there. Multiple devices support for a FAT, not NTFS. Okay, like old days, the mobile phones, take a mobile phones. Okay, so it support FAT. Yeah, okay, it may not understand NTFS, but it will support FAT. TV, smart TVs we are getting that understand FAT file system, not NTFS. Maybe now recent TVs also understanding NTFS because I'm using it. Okay. But FAT has a limitation. FAT32 type of file systems support up to 32 GB partitions. Means, for example, you have a 8 GB pen drive or a 8 GB memory card is there. No problem. 16 GB memory card, no problem. 32 GB memory card, no problem. But you have a 64 GB memory card, FAT system not supporting. But nowadays we are getting 64 GB, 128 GB, 256, 512, 1 terabyte up to 2 terabyte of memory cards we are getting. Mali started. Okay, sorry. exFAT. What is the use of exFAT? Now memory cards are up to 2 terabyte memory cards. So we can't format NTFS. So what we are doing? So you have to go with the exFAT for getting, if in case your memory card is bigger than 32 GB, or nowadays all your mobile phones are supporting exFAT type only. You buy a 164 GB memory card, insert into your mobile, immediately to ask format to exFAT, then only it will work. Okay, so that is about your exFAT. So it is an extension of your FAT only. And not only that one, guys, FAT file system do not store big files like 1 GB file you want to store, you can't store 1 GB, not a 1 terabyte. 1 GB file, 2 GB files, it won't store. It will store small size files only, not like you take 4 GB pen drive. You want to store single 2 GB data, so you can't store. Small data you can store up to 4 GB. Okay, small files. There is certain limitation is there. But exFAT also support bigger files, big size files it will support exFAT, because nowadays the movies also 4K movies, it's a big size, right? So one video you taken that is created very big size. So exFAT will support more than 32 GB size of memory cards kind of stuff, plus big size files you can store. REFS, resilient file system. REFS, resilient file system. It is uses CRC algorithm to prevent your data from corruption. So we can convert NTFS to REFS, and we can convert back from REFS to NTFS. Where we use this REFS only in the same data storage devices where we require data to be prevent from the corruption kind of stuff. In Linux, they use ext, ext2, ext3, ext4, exFS kind of file system. Like Windows, we are using by default NTFS. Same way, based on your Linux and Unix versions, these file systems also by default it changes. Of course, sometime for default, sometime we can choose. Okay, guys, this is our file systems in Linux. When you share a data through network, also that is also having some file system, NFS, network file system, CIFS, common internet file system, also called as a Samba system, Samba. And DVDs, you know, DVDs also. DVDs use a file system called a universal disk format, whereas CDs use a different file system, okay, CDFS or HSFS, different file system, that is CD, but this is confirmed, this is not confirmed, okay. So you store data into DVD, that is universal disk format. Okay. This is about a file system, guys. So what is meant by format? What is meant by format? People think like a format means you connect a pen drive and you want to format. Means clean up the data in the pen drive, right? That's a simple format. But actually this you are not cleaning data, you are just changing the format. Format in that sense is means you define or redefine file system. Either you define or a redefining means already pen drive is NTFS. And again your format with NTFS means you are redefining the file system. In the process of defining or redefining file system, guys, data can be lost. Data can be lost, not guaranteed. Data may lost while defining and redefining. Okay. Guys, understand anything?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
okay, good. So here it is, boot process. So that is what I try to tell first, that we missing file system. Just names, at least to know the names is better always. Guys, I'm telling in the manner of a desktop, but thing is this, it's not always a desktop part. It is around even a laptop or a mobile phone. Only the names may be little bit different. Okay, but it is the same as for both. Okay, but process is same. Okay. Yeah. This is a cabinet. This is the keyboard is connected to your cabinet. Mouse is connected to your cabinet. Your monitor is also connected to your cabinet. Back panel connections, of course. Okay. You want the names, then also you put in names. Yeah. This is a keyboard. This is a mouse. I can't type mouse. Okay. And this is my monitor. Okay. This is my main computer system, of course. This is my SMPS. Okay. And I have a motherboard. So to motherboard back panel, the devices are connected, and I have a hard disk. Okay, if in case if I have a CD-ROM, that's I will put a CD-ROM also. And there is a front panel connection. And the power button, something will be there on it. Okay. On motherboard, we have a processor and back panel connectivity. RAM slots, SMPS ATX power supply. Okay, BIOS chipset. Smaller is very dangerous. Okay, north bridge, south bridge, SATA connector. Some part of front panel connector, something just. Anyway, there is a lot of connectors also there. This power connector, a lot of connectors are there. Lot of chipsets also there. Lot of chipsets also there. Now we'll connect it. So this is SMPS, give the power supply to ATX. Then it will give power supply to my CPU, separate to 4-pin connector or 8-pin connector, and give power supply to my hard disk, and give power supply to CD-ROM. Floppy disk is not there. And there is a connection to your front panel connector, and data connector go to your hard motherboard. So this is the data connector. From SATA. So you can give multiple SATAs. And one more, we have to put it like this. So what is this represent? This is BIOS chip. This is CMOS battery. Okay. And you have a main power supply connector. Okay. Your SMPS connected to this for power connectivity. Of course, there is a plug box. Yeah, that much design not required, right? Okay, this is your SMPS. CD or DVD is. Okay, so remaining we can understand. Okay, so what happened? What is about processing, guys? When you power on, so you press the power button here. You press the power button, which is power on. You press the power button. So what happen? Something will happen and you will get your user screen. Now you can able to start your work. So what happened from you are pressing the power button to till user can able to use the system. What is happened? The step-by-step process we call it as a boot processing. The step-by-step process from start to user getting the screen is called a boot processing. In this step one, we have a certain steps, guys. First one is post, power on self-test. Once power on self-test completed, then we have to find, system will find MBR record. What is this MBR record? It is in your hard disk, right? So MBR record will tell where is your bootloader. Okay, the bootloader will tell, first bootloader will load, and bootloader will tell how to load operating system and where is your operating system. How to load operating system, where is your operating system. And operating system will be loaded and you got a login screen. Once you given a password, system will start certain startups, services, and certain applications, means by default or automatic mode application services, it will automatically runs. Okay, so this is your boot processing. See how much simple, not even a 2 minutes. Okay, this is an answer, guys, but one by one you have to explain, and it is a small explanation also, but there is a big explanation is there, that is this explanation starting 1 2 3 yeah, 1 2 3, these are a big explanation kind of stuff. Okay, so again, what is the post, power on self test? When you press the power button, what happens? SMPS will turn on. What happened? SMPS will turn on. SMPS turn on and it distribute the power to your devices, to your motherboard, to your hard disk, CD-RAM, like that it distribute the power. From motherboard, also certain devices will get a power. For example, keyboard, mouse, this kind of stuff. Okay, keyboard, mouse, this also will get a power from your, this is the main power supply. Okay, so like this. Okay, so even if you connect a pen drive, so that is also get a power from your motherboard only. Okay, so when you press the power button, SMPS will turn on and power will be distributed to your all your components, to motherboard, to CPU, to hard disk, to CD-RAM, like that it will power will be distributed. Okay, so system test itself the primary components like a CPU, RAM, motherboard based components are working or not. System testing itself, the primary components like a CPU, RAM, and motherboard, like your ROM chip and everything is working fine or not. Okay, if test is pass, then it will go to the next step. Test is failure, it is a boot failure, post failure. Okay, power on self test. When you power on the system test itself, make sure that all the components are working, mainly primary components are working on that, like CPU, RAM, and motherboard components are working on that. Okay. And next one is, what is the BIOS duty? One of the BIOS duty is recognizing hardware devices. For example, you install a new graphic card. Okay, you inserted a new graphics card. Okay, this is a AGP card is there now, so you inserted a new graphic card. It is a small size. Okay, you inserted a new graphic card. Your BIOS will recognize there is a graphic card is inserted. You inserted a new hard disk. It will not a new or a old one. It will recognize the connected devices to the motherboard. Okay, everything is connected to motherboard only. what are the devices connected to your motherboard, your BIOS will recognize. When power is on, automatically BIOS will recognize the devices, and also it checks is your primary devices working on that. Okay. So once post is successful, we go to the next step. When post is failure, so then we have to do troubleshooting. Think like we are a successful post. How you know post is successful? That is again I will tell separately. Post successful, then your BIOS also will tell boot priority. The BIOS will also will telling boot priority. What is the boot priority? From where you should locate a operating system. It will give the list. So then your system will try to find in this device OS is there not. For example, your boot priority is like this. So what happened? First it will check any bootable files are there in the CD-ROM. Not there, and check in the removable devices. Any removable devices like a pen drive connected with the operating system there. Okay. OS content bootable pen drive is connected, not connected. Then go for a hard drive. Okay, any hard disk contains an operating system. Where is the hard disk and is it contain operating system? It is there, load it. It is not there, check in the network. This boot priority can be changeable, guys. So it is a simple priority list from where you have to start looking for the operating system. Okay, so generally our system was located in a hard disk. So based on boot priority, find out where is the bootloader. What is the MBR? Master boot record. What is GUID? Partition table, that is GPT. Okay, GPT, GUID partition table, MBR, master boot record. What it will tell you? It contains information about partitions, operating system locations, and as well as bootloaders. Okay, so MBR record will tell where is the bootloader. So it will reach its hard disk. Okay, check our devices one by one. It reach a hard disk. Hard disk, they will find a MBR record. MBR record tell where is the bootloader. Guys, the bootloaders are different type of bootloaders are there based on the operating system. If you are in Windows XP 2000, 2003, those bootloader is NTLDR. If you are using Windows 7, boot MGR, Windows 8, boot MGR, Windows 10, boot MGR, Windows 7, Windows 8 or Windows 10, boot MGR. Okay, maybe Windows 11 also boot MGR. If you take Linux based operating system, grub, enterprise Linux generally use grub as a bootloader. Some of Linux based operating system use LILO. Okay. So it will load bootloader. Bootloader is tell you where is an operating system, and how to load operating system means we discuss about a safe mode, right? Safe mode is also an operating system, but it is a minimal form. That is one mode, safe mode, full mode or a normal mode. Okay, safe mode or full mode operating system. It tells where is operating system and how to load operating system, which mode of operating system should be loaded. Is it a safe mode or normal mode or some single user mode or multi-user mode? Depends upon your operating system and bootloader configuration. It load your operating system. Once OS is loaded, once OS is loaded, so you will get a login screen. You got a login screen. So you got a username, password, then give the username, password or password. Once you log in, your system startups will start services, automatic services. What are the services has to be start? It will start applications, default applications. It will start automatically. See this? There are certain applications automatically it will start. See, it is the Bluetooth devices. Okay, Windows Defender. This is some HD graphics. Okay, mic. And this is a Lenovo Solution Center, CC Cleaner, Malware Bytes. This is a hard disk related one. This is a Microsoft Teams related one. Okay. Some applications automatically start, and you can look at what application is started, or you can get it from here, task manager, what process. After starting, don't open anything, wait for 5 minutes, look at this process. You can see a lot of processes are running, even you don't start, but it will start automatically. How? Because of startups. These startups are enabled. See, these applications are enabled. So these related process will run automatically. Disabled one won't run. So I disabled certain applications, not certain, so a lot of applications in my PC. These won't start automatically. Okay. Services. These services, some of the services start automatically when system is started. Okay, like this. Okay, this is the boot processing, guys. Once startups also started, then you can start using your system. Okay, so this is about your boot processing. The first step is post, power on, self-test. Power on, self-test. Once post is successful, what is power on, self-test? When you power on your system, system test itself, make sure that basic components are working on that. Okay, once post is successful, based on your BIOS boot priority, it will find your bootable disk and find out where is an MBR, and the MBR will tell where is the bootloader. Bootloader loads, and it will tell how to load operating system and where is operating system. Once OS is loaded, you got a login screen. Once you log in, then the default startups, services, applications runs. Startup applications, startup services runs automatically. Okay, then you can start using your system. So this is, guys, is the boot processing. And boot processing troubleshooting. While you are booting, you may think maybe there is a post error. Post is successful or post is failure. So how to know post is failure, and why it is post is failure, which device is getting a problem, we have to detect it. Okay, if in case on your screen it is showing a boot device not found or boot MGR missing, means post is okay, but problem with some hard disk or operating system. So we can understand based on what error it is you are getting, what kind of thing you are seeing. System not working. But not working means what? Is it freezed? Is it hanged? Is it voice is there? Hard disk is there? What happened? What is the outcome you are able to see? Are you getting blank screen? Are you getting no signal on the monitor? Okay, so like that, so you should understand from what kind of thing it is showing. Okay, so based on that, we can understand exactly where issues occur. Is it a issue occur at post? Issue occur after post is successful, like a disk drive's operating system corruption? Which one is happened exactly? Okay, is a loading related, login related, system is slow, it's the recent updates. So we can understand based on what it is showing. Okay, of course I explained how to know post is successful, how if in case post is failure, how you know if post is failure, what to do. Here I explained on the screen on your system it is showing. Okay, boot device not found. On monitor it is showing very simple, boot device not found. So where is an issue? Is a hard disk related, operating system related, not post related, not power related. Okay, not power connection. So guys, troubleshooting SOPs are generally helpful, but not one type of SOP it is. You have to completely know what kind of error you are getting. Based on that, you have to do the troubleshooting. Just I'm telling orally, but of course, if I get a chance, tomorrow I will open operating system. Okay, tomorrow I will discuss about operating system. Once we got little bit time, also I will try to give boot processing related troubleshooting. Already I given link. Okay, so compulsory, right? Okay. First go through the boot processing. First understand boot processing. If something issues occur while your system is booting, so we should understand what is an issue, how to troubleshoot the issue. Okay guys, up to here.
Yes, sir.
Is it enough for today or you want more? More also now, also. Okay, so tomorrow we'll start operating system. So what is operating system and all we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Wednesday operating system. Yeah, good. Thursday, Friday we have. Then we'll discuss any missing points. Please go through the document. Any doubts in the previous classes also, guys. Daily check your full notes. Okay, I can put your notes like this notepads, no problem. Earlier we done notepad kind of stuff. Now I change the pattern to put it in a one single link notes because you can access these things from anywhere, anytime, and full notes is in one place only. Okay, even I put a screenshot so then you can easily recollect your memory. So daily check complete full notes, either top to bottom or bottom to top, don't mind it. Okay, either top to bottom or bottom to top. So what is the advantage of checking like that? So you will remember what you learn. I learned something 2 days back. One of our trainer told about Java functions and classes. I'm trying to recollect, I can't because it's not continuous. Yesterday, if I recollect, at least 50% I can remember. Now I can remember only 20%. If I take 2-3 days, another 2-3 days, I will forget maximum 2%. Maybe I will remember. So you guys think we are telling normally. Now, guys, these techniques are very useful. I'm not talking like you have to do 4 hours reading kind of stuff. We are telling simple. Go through the document. Go through the topics what we are discussed. If you have a doubt and there is several resources, then you can easily learn. Okay.
Okay.
That's it for today,
Okay, sir.
guys. Very good. That's it for today. Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.